been doing that all year. This ain't the first time.
Listen, you have to kick that field
Yeah,
goal.
I agree. Stoney.
Listen why. It's too, first of all, it's too early in the game.
I'm talking about to keep them up by 10. To keep them up by 10.
They would have been up 20. They would have been up 20.
That's right.
They would have went up 20.
17.
They would have went. No, they would have went up 20.
No, because remember
they was up 17 already.
No, San Fran kicked the field goal and they was down by 14.
No, listen,
there was scores.
Detroit had a possession where they was up 17 and they could have went up 20.
You got it. You got to kick that field goal, Stoney.
You have to kick that field goal. You're on the road.
But Stoney, my man got to make that catch. You got to make that catch.
Got to make that catch, but
you got to make that catch, dog. You got to make.
He has to make that catch. But let me tell you something. It's the nerves. The nerves. You got to protect your players. I know he has to make it, but he didn't make it.
5 years in the league, Stoney. Ain't no nerves. He
didn't make it, but
we
can't let him make it.
Stoney. We can't let that
make it. I agree with you, but he didn't make it.
He didn't kick the field goal, and my man
got to kick the field goal. Yep. You got to kick the field goal. You can't go for it on that possession.
It was two times during this game that this dude didn't kick that field goal, and I was like, "No, what are you doing?" It was once, like I said, you said they could have went up. One time during the third quarter, they could have went up 20. And he went for it on that fourth down, and he didn't get it. Okay, cool, but when put it this way, when San Fran came back and tied the game up 24-24, and they kicked their field goal to go up 27-24, and dude had an opportunity, you were there to kick the chip shot field goal to make it 27-27 and play this thing down. He decides to go for it again, and that was the mistake. That was the mistake, again.
I think he should have kicked the field goal both times, but San Fran had momentum like a motherfucker. I think if he kicks that field goal, San Fran still win that game.
Yeah, but I'm saying
listen, we don't know that. But
I got the streets though. That momentum, San Fran was like a snowball going downhill.
Listen, if they kick that field goal, they kick that field goal.
Yeah, he got to kick that field goal. I agree. I just don't think
they would have had
all they did was
the game.
If they'd have kicked that field goal,
they would have had control of the game.
No, it would have been tie game. Control of the game is when you have the lead.
No. Listen, Stacks, I'm talking about way before.
The second one.
The first one.
I got it here already. It's way before. They was up 17 to kick the field goal. It was the 4th and 2. The one that Reynolds dropped. They kicked that field goal, they would have went up 20. San Fran came back from a 17-point deficit. That will tell you that. It was highlighted. Detroit had the ball up 17, driving. They should have kicked the field goal. They would have went up 20. And then who knows what happens from there. But what they could have done there is they could have calmed it, they could have kept the crowd out of it. The momentum would have been in their favor because they scored. And they could have had control of the game. I think that field goal in that possession, this game would have came down to a field goal. I think it would have came down to a field goal. They would have had that.
Right.
They would have had that chance to tie the game. Had they kicked that field goal. They missed the field goal. San Fran tie. It was a wrap after that.
I agree. It
was a wrap.
There's two things, but my man got to make that catch. I'm sorry. He got to
he got to make the catch.
He
got to make the catch, but come on, man. I think the coach, man, made some boo-boo moves in that game.
Bro, I was wrong about everything today, but that one point I made about Campbell, I was right. Everything else, my bets were off.
You did say that, man.
You're not saying that. You were right, but everybody, that's how he's coached all year.
Yeah, but I said no. But what I said was you can't coach like that in the playoffs. I said that you can't coach like that in the playoffs. You can't. 3. That's why they lost that game.
That's why they lost the game. Okay, if the analytics said in the first time that he said, okay, we're gonna go for it 4th and whatever, instead of taking the field goal and whatever. Okay, that's the first time. That's the first analytics. But the second time, you blew that, bro.
He blew that game. It was bad coaching. Bad coaching.
49ers steamrolling, no doubt. But you go up by 20, even if they didn't keep momentum, they would have just kept them at bay. They would have kept them at bay. Would have been more pressure.
They would have had control of the game.
I just feel like Detroit, when San Fran start rolling, Detroit panicked, dog.
They choked.
Okay, we go hold Dan Campbell hostage, right? Aaron Glenn called a hard game in that second half, dog.
Aaron Glenn. I was about to correct. I was going to correct it. I was going to say Detroit's offense still played ball up until the end.
That defense played Detroit horrible in that second half, man.
I don't know what was that defense doing in the second.
Yo, you know I'm right, though. Tell the truth, though.
Where was the tech? No, Stack.
And dude, he's up for a job? Are you kidding me? Y'all seeing fire Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, you right on his ass, right on his out the door, right behind him.
The dudes wasn't. Did you notice that his players? What was the tackling? Where was the tackling?
They tackled in the first half. Actually, it was weird.
He played base defense the whole second half.
Yes, he did.
The whole second half.
Yes, he did. And CJ Olsen, what's his name? Olsen, the dude, Olsen. He was saying it. He was like, he's playing base. He was saying it. He was counting down the players.
Hell of an announcer, by the way. He's a
hell of an announcer. Yo, he's good, man.
I don't know how Aaron Glenn is up for a coaching job. That defense.
He ain't up no more. Stacks. He ain't up no more.
If Dan Quinn is up, him and Dan Quinn should not be up for no job.
Yeah, listen. Aaron Glenn did choke that game. Him and Dan Campbell choked the game away. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that.
Wow.
I wasn't even listen.
Crazy,
it was up 24/7, man, with the ball, man.
With the ball, like what team, that's why I said y'all seen that
field goal.
Y'all seen that put that out there in the little text thread. That just seems like it was too rigged. How you just go? It just went nosedive. Don't get me wrong, bro. But the defense. You keep saying the defense. Stacks, you're saying that, but what was he doing? What was he doing to Greenlaw on them in the first half? Embarrassing them
and running the ball.
But let me tell you something. That goes to show you the experience, the nerves, the crowd, the pressure, all that adds on. It mounts on you, and what the field goal would have done to them, it would have kind of relaxed them a little bit. All right, we up 20.
That's what
we got saying. Points out of this. Any momentum that the 49ers had, they calmed it down a little bit. So no matter what the 49ers would have done after that field goal, if they would have made the field goal and went up 20, no matter what the 49ers would have done, Detroit would have still been in control. They would have had control of the game. So what happens? They miss. They don't make the fourth down. San Fran, the worst thing that could have happened to Detroit is that San Fran scores. San Fran scores, they all got nervous, sweaty palms and everything going on. And what happened? What happened in the next possession? Jahmyr Gibbs fumbles. He had a great game. The whole game he had a good game.
He was
and he fumbled.
And then he fumbled.
And don't get me wrong, they mishandled that, but still, he fumbles the ball. And it was over after that. It was over. You kicked the field goal. You help a lot of players. You help the team. You help everything. That's what it is.
It was a lot of luck that went into. I mean, you got to have some luck on your side to come back like that.
Yeah, but
enough. Especially that IU catch.
Let me tell you something, Beans. That changed the game right there.
Changed the game.
That changed the game right there.
I think the field goal. I think the field goal changed the game.
That IU catch, if you had to put that field goal,
the reason why I don't count that because
that shit counts, my nigga. That shit counts.
It counts, but I don't. I think
that's where they went up. No, listen, though. I mean, Stoney.
I'm talking about
that right
about
there,
the momentum. The momentum.
No, that's
what.
Yeah, but that
the field goal.
No, the field goal did. I understand what you're saying. They haven't. No, Stoney. Listen, that catch right there.
I can't believe he didn't change. I can't believe he didn't change that. You can't
the whole game
post like that in the playoffs. I don't give a F with your gambling and all that. You can't coast like that, and you let your team down, man, by doing what I'm sorry, man.
You just can't coach like that. You just can't.
Down, bro.
You're not at home. And not only that, it wasn't like it was the fourth quarter. It was early in the third. You gotta manage the game. You have to manage the game. You can't.
There's a lot of reasons why they lost that game. Dan Campbell's one. Aaron Glenn's one. Homie got to make that catch. That's one. The defense,
but
like straight dog shit.
I'm gonna always go to that.
You gotta take the 3
The thing with football, I believe
that's why Bill
momentum is everything, man. Momentum
you gotta
is
take
everything.
The 3 points, bro. You can't coach like that.
Joe, can you say that again? That's why Bill won all those.
Bill
knew when to take the 3. He was taking the 3.
Bill takes the 3. Listen, I agree when people say that's how he coaches, but you know why? That's why his ass is home. I'm telling you, bro, I swear, that's why I said it on this show. I wasn't right about a lot of shit this weekend on any sport I bet on. But once he started coaching like that, I knew it was a wrap. I knew it was a wrap.
I seen it falling apart, man.
He didn't kick that first field goal. I knew it was a wrap.
First field goal, man.
The second one, just like you're a bozo. Now you're just doing dumb shit.
Yeah, man.
Now you being a bozo.
Yo,
but not tying that game. Because at least if they tied that game, at least if they tied that game, right? Obviously, the play calls would be different. You don't have you come down and you can score a touchdown and tie it. Even if the 49ers run your ass over in momentum and they go right back and score, like Stacks was saying,
you still would
come back and get that 7. Now you're just in a shootout.
Yep.
Now you don't kick the field goal. You down 2 scores. You're done. McCaffrey. Yep. See you later. Game set match. He did him a disjustice.
And telling you the truth, McCaffrey and Debo wasn't even healthy in this game. Yo, the Lions had the 49ers right where they wanted them, bro.
Yeah, it was like I said.
But Stacks is right though. Glenn, he didn't make no adjustments.
I think Aaron Glenn's just at fault as Dan Campbell. I don't care what
you're right.
I'm not even. No,
you can't.
I can't go that far, man.
Listen, the primary blame is the coach. The primary blame, and let me tell you why.
If I'm ready,
did you hear?
And I'm in the fucking 2-3 zone the whole second half, and the team keeps hitting threes. Shame on me. He cannot play base defense the whole game.
But you know what Campbell could say? Campbell could overrule Glenn. Campbell could overrule him. He could overrule it. He could overrule. But they never. He could overrule him.
Look, the commentators we've been talking. Like, is he gonna go for it? Oh, here we go again. He just go. You go for those type of 4th and 1s and 4th and 2s, but it's situational. That was not the situation. And if you look at the stat from the first 4th down that he shouldn't have gone, he should have kicked the field goal. He should have kicked the field goal because you're gonna give your team that lift. You're gonna give that team that momentum. You're gonna tell that team, look, even though they scored and because San Fran scored, we scored back. So we're in this. You're telling your team a lot.
It quiets down the whole crowd and the whole.
You quiet the crowd. You're up 20. Let's do this. Let's milk this clock. Let's manage this game. That's what he would have said in that game. Yeah, Reynolds should have caught it, but that just goes to show you how difficult it is to convert those type of downs. It's very difficult, and a lot of nerves got in. Yeah, he should have caught it, but it takes a special person to make those plays. That's what I'm telling you. It's not that easy.
That catch, Stoney. He's not skating.
I know, but
make that catch.
Just like people. I know, but Stacks. Just like people need to make the fucking free throws when they down one. And it takes certain people.
But everybody here has played football at some point, and your coach
can't put that.
If your coach tells you if it hits your hands, you better catch it.
That's okay. So what you gonna depend on? You're gonna depend on.
We got it. We're arguing the same point. Point is, he should have kicked the field goal.
And kicked the field goal.
He should have.
That's just what it is.
My thing was the field goals, man.
You gotta
Yo,
kick
going
that.
them fourth down shits, man. That fourth down shit.
You gotta kick that field goal. You gotta kick that field goal. That coach.
Everybody is blaming Dan Campbell. You go online right now.
He's the blame. He's the number one. He's the number one blame. I don't blame. Look, I don't blame nobody else because you know what it is with football.
He is the number one blame, but all I'm saying is homie still got to catch that ball.
Yeah, but listen, unlike any other sport, that's the thing with football. No it's momentum.
Jesus might drop out of the sky right now, but homie still got to catch that ball.
Period. Okay, he has to. He has to. But we wouldn't be talking that if the guy kicks a field goal.
Okay. If he catches that ball, I guarantee you Detroit gets a touchdown.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Exactly.
They might have kicked a closer field goal.
The way that offense was playing, if he catches that ball, Detroit goes.
Detroit's offense was off the chain, man. I don't care what.
Wasn't the problem today.
That was just that. It's sickening. It's sickening to see something like that happen.
It's bad. That's how bad
it is because
we did. But we did say
you can't have a tale of two halves like that. You just
can't. We did say it was going to be some good games today. We did say it was going to be an exciting weekend as far as exciting Sunday as far as the football is concerned. The NFL, they didn't prove us any wrong. There was no doubt in our mind that the games was going to be exciting. We all obviously we're talking. This is the post-game playoff show here at Parlay with Us, guys. It's me, Mr. Bean, Stony Crook, Sean Doe, Hustle Stacks. Please like and subscribe. This is our late night post-game show. We're doing this on the late night after the NFL playoff games today. So yeah, I'm just saying, yo, listen. It was exciting. I watched both games today. Both games was exciting games. Truthfully, the Lions, like I said, sent you guys in the text thread. San Fran didn't beat the Lions. The Lions beat themselves. That's what happened today.
The Lions, San Fran skated just like they skated on Green Bay. They skated 2 times.
They skated 2 times.
It's going to run out. They may run out against Kansas City. It's just going to run out.
Yo, the way they was letting Purdy, the way they let Purdy run out there, Purdy was running and scrambling
I ain't gonna lie. I was ready to throw him under the bus. He came out, had a good second half.
But they didn't put no pressure on him, those Stacks.
Why? Aaron goddamn Glenn. I'm telling you why. Aaron Glenn, bro.
There was no pressure.
A horrible second half defense.
Yeah. Horrible. The first half he was playing. The defense in the first half was superb, man. The second half, I don't know what. Like he got a phone call from Goodell and them, and it was like, "Yo,
I never seen a coaching staff crack under pressure like that."
That's what I'm saying. He must have got the phone call from Goodell and them, and they was like, "Yo, man, leave that alone."
Job. That's a bigger choke job than the Super Bowl, dog. That's rough right there.
You know what, you know what you just did. You know how
let's not scapegoat Harbaugh either with that unprepared, unfit team.
I feel we're gonna get into the KC game, but I feel bad for those Lion fans, man. Truthfully, I do.
Yeah, that's bad.
I feel bad. Them dudes packed in the stadium, 30,000. They had listen, they was right there away from going to their first ever Super Bowl. First ever. And you had the lead. You was up by 17, and you choked that away. I feel bad for them, man. I really do. Shout outs to the Lions fans, man. At least you guys got a good, solid team. Hopefully y'all could build off of that. But maybe the coaching situation needs to be.
You know what's ill though? You say it's funny you say that. If you keep coaching like that, you ain't gonna build off for nothing.
That's what I'm saying. What did I just say?
Philosophy. It's like Joe Mazzulla. You want to keep your philosophy, you keep the win. Be stubborn and hard-headed. You're not gonna win. Plain and simple.
You gotta learn, man.
Learn from your mistakes.
Listen, and you're on the road. You're not at home. You're on the road.
You're on the road.
Those possessions are so important. So important. You gotta those type of decisions helps your team, the momentum. It gives their team that lift that they need.
It's a little breather. Let you breathe and breathe. You know what I'm saying?
We in it. Telling you, this team's heart got taken out of them, and those are the type of possession, and those are the type of plays that brings them back and let them know, look, we got this chance. We got a fighting chance.
You know, he almost went for another 4th and 2, but he went for the field goal. He was about to go for 4th and 2. Like you remember, was that the first quarter?
He been coaching like that the whole year. I wasn't surprised.
And that's why that nigga's at home right now.
Yo, I just didn't like that, man. I thought that was just
like that.
Bad
it didn't surprise me.
I said it last week. He coached like that, they got no chance.
They ain't got no chance. So yeah, man. Yo, what another good game today. You know, we're gonna move on. The Lions, they choked that game away, guys. You know, if you guys now joining us on the parlay with us, man, if you're looking, man, once you see this, I know it's a late night post game show, but the Lions choked the game away. The early game today, I said it, Magic Pat was gonna end up being magical, and KC did their thing. What you call it, fell asleep at the wheel. Harbaugh and their whole team, they came with the bravado. I just think they thought that people was going to be scared of them because of this defense.
What are they doing? I'm not taking none away from
KC. I could tell you. Listen, you guys, I could tell you exactly why Baltimore lost. It was those 2 possessions: the fumble at the goal line and the interception at the goal line. Because if you look at it, KC did not score any more points. And shout out to the defense. I said it. I told you guys earlier. I said this game was a Kansas City defense. This year is about Kansas City. It wasn't about Mahomes shootout for shootout, scoring and everything. This Kansas City Chiefs team is showing everybody we got a great defense, and the defense showed up today, and the defense came through, and they made the plays. They made that interception, and they caused that fumble at the goal line, and that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, but you know what? That's true too. But Mahomes made that.
Come on,
he made his plays.
Mahomes made his plays.
No doubt. But if you look
at
got
them out the gate. Think about it. He got them out the gate.
But you got to. No doubt.
You're right. The defense took it. No, that was a defensive game.
You got to look at the key possessions, the key plays. Don't get me wrong. He did what he had to do, but you got to look at the key plays of the game. When you look at the key plays of the game, those are the 2 key plays of the game.
That was a good team win. But my thing is this. Baltimore was so undisciplined, not prepared, it seemed like. 11 men on the field in crunch time. You trying to scurry by the rules. John Harbaugh want to snitch on the Patriots and say, why they doing this? They try to gain the time. That's why he jumped on sides on purpose, Roquan Smith, to save time. Ended up getting a roughing penalty. Vanoy headbutts Kelsey. The other dude punches Mahomes in the face.
Yep.
That led to 3 points right there.
The other dude taunted
That's not undisciplined. That's called frustration because you thought you was going to win the game.
Exactly.
By a lot. Everybody was so scared of Baltimore's defense. And in there, and it all boils down to Stoney. Kansas City defense played better than y'all ass. That's all that they came down to. Everybody was so scared of Baltimore's defense. Let me tell you something. That defense was healthy. And Pat Mahomes made the throws he was supposed to make. And shout out to Travis Kelce for playing possum. And shout out to Travis. 11 for 11 today. 11 catches, 11 targets, 11 catches, 2 touchdowns. Shout out to Travis Kelce.
He was playing possum.
And what was the
17 points though, fam? You can't
what was the final score?
17 points.
17 points.
Their defense. Listen. Lamar Jackson, I'm sorry, man. You're gonna get labeled and you deserve it. You can't be, bro. Why wasn't he moving his legs more? Who was he afraid of?
That case, like Stoney said, that defense came to play KC today.
Yeah, but there was some lanes he could have ran, bro. There's lanes he could have ran to. He didn't run.
No, they had a spy on him.
Yo, the final score was 17-10. 17-10. So when you look at a score like that, if I look at a score like that from a glance, 17-10, the first thing that's going to come on my mind is there was turnovers.
Yep,
it was turnovers.
That was a bozo play throwing in triple coverage. How did he do that?
That was a horrible play.
That was nothing about no defense. That was a bad decision.
Horrible throw.
I'm telling you, one thing I could say, and nothing against Lamar, and I want Lamar to get his. I want him to finally.
He ain't skating either. Everything against.
Listen,
Lamar
listen. He ain't skating either. I'm not. No. I'm not. Listen. I'm not gonna give him no. I'm not giving him no pass. I'm one to not give passes, but I'm just saying, Lamar did himself a disservice by not playing a solid game today. He could have solidified himself, like Doe said, if he would have played a solid game today. I don't care if he was playing it, throwing the ball or running the ball. He was off. And Stack said it. Like Stack said it. These dudes probably came into this game thinking that they was going to smash.
They was tired of hearing the shit beans. That defense was tired of hearing the shit about how good Baltimore defense was and how good Baltimore beat up on everybody that was good this year. Beat the dog shit out of everybody that was good. And it was because of their defense. Lamar's numbers really wasn't that great in those wins. It was the defense that was beating everybody the fuck up. And that Kansas City, shout out to Andy Reid. You ain't gonna coach Big Red. You ain't gonna out coach Big Red. And he came in, he came in and he put the scheme in and he got their ass. Big shout out to Big. I'm gonna tell you something. Big Red does a great job. Period. Shout out to Pacheco. Shout out to all them guys. They came.
Yeah, they played. They came to play.
I thought Baltimore was gonna beat them. I really did. And I thought they were gonna beat Mahomes up.
And they should have
beat that offense up. And shout out to Kansas City. Big Red had them ready to play, and Harbaugh did. Period.
And Kansas City won. They won a different game today. They won a different game. It didn't come down to Mahomes. It came down to their defense.
It was a whole.
It came down to them
game.
Taking advantage of the opportunities. And shout out
to
Sandy.
Yes, Sandy, you did. What up, Sandy? Thanks for joining in, Sandy, on the chat. Yes, you did call it out. You did call KC and 49ers last week. I think I remember you did call that out. So shout out to you, Sandy, man. You did a thing. We thought the Lions would have had it too, man. But San Fran, the line. Listen, Sandy, put it this way. The Lions lost that game. San Fran didn't beat them. The Lions
same
lost.
Same thing with Green Bay lost that game against San Fran too.
Hi to you, Sandy. Hi. Listen. It is what it is, man. The Lions should be able to come back off of this, and hopefully, I don't know, man, but Lamar and Jim Harbaugh. What do y'all think about that tandem? You think it still should be a tandem?
They're gonna learn from it. They'll learn from it. I mean, they're gonna learn. There's gonna probably be different plays because that's what happens with these teams. They learn from these games, these situational plays, and I get it. He was trying to reach for that goal line. I get it, but I think when you got a lot of defenders around you, you got to cradle that ball, man, and just make sure you got to
protect the ball.
You're vulnerable.
Yeah, you're vulnerable.
And then Lamar has to have a better decision making when it comes to that goal line possession that he had, and they showed that likely gave him the light. He gave it to him, but Lamar should have threw it where either he's gonna get it or it's gonna go out of bounds. You can't give nobody a chance to get that ball. He should have lit that shit up. Make sure the only person that can get it is my receiver, or it's gonna go out of bounds.
Yo, they are.
And they could just learn from it. But they'll
shout out
be all right. He'll be all
Shout
right.
out to Jillian Whitaker. That's T's wife. Shout out. Yes, NFL playoffs is tough, man. It is only one game. It's not a series, right? Like other sports. But listen, you know, a choke artist is a choke artist, and that's what happened.
You know what's crazy?
You know what I mean?
Is that Beans? You know what's crazy? Is this was the year to get Kansas City right here.
Yeah.
Going to get them. If you was going to get them, it would have been this year right here.
Yeah,
and everybody had their shot. Everybody had their shot.
You could say that, but this is the best defense they've ever had.
Yeah,
but you know what? To tell you the truth,
no, they always win because of offense.
Hustle's right though. This supposed to be the Bills. This was supposed to have been the Bills.
This is like the year when Brady beat LA Rams. Same year.
This was supposed to be the Bills year. This was supposed to be San Fran. It's supposed it was supposed to be Baltimore's year.
Hey, listen, much respect to Mahomes, Reed, Kelsey, Taylor Swift, the other people in the stands. I don't know, man. Hey, do your thing, man. I'm at a loss for words with that.
Terrell, be more than lay down.
Detroit more than
I'm not giving San Fran no props.
I give Detroit, but this was I just think Baltimore got to win that game. Lamar, you can't keep doing this to yourself. And I stick up for Lamar. I'm going for Lamar. I'm rooting for Lamar.
I'm with Stacks on that.
They got to win.
Crook, we better take Drake May.
Maybe Lamar should have ran out. Maybe they should have
stay away
more plays at the goal line.
You better don't stop.
I might have to rethink that, right?
You white boys, man. I might have to rethink that, Crook. Look, we about to take Drake May.
You know what? And now I threw Josh under the bus. Josh didn't play bad when he lost that game. Just that last percent. His numbers.
He didn't miss that field goal.
Yeah. Josh Allen played good against Kansas City. His numbers were good. Lamar numbers were horrible against Kansas City. And I threw Josh under the bus.
Don't get me wrong. You could say there was a spy there. I'm telling you, I've watched enough football in my life. He could have busted at least 1 or 2 runs. He didn't do it. Me and my brother were watching the game. He didn't do it.
I was watching it too. I know what you're saying.
There's no one in this world, if he wants to run, that's going to stop him, bro, but himself. Plain and simple.
True.
He didn't do it. He choked. He choked. He choked.
I see you got another IPA out there, man.
About to crack it.
He choked.
Well, look, shout out to Detroit for at least covering the game, because if they didn't cover, this would have been my worst day that I can remember in a long time. If they didn't cover that fucking 7.5, I probably wouldn't have made the show tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably wouldn't have made the show, man. Because I told you guys I'm taking Detroit with the points, but I put a little bit on that money line. But if they would have just fucked that shit up, man, so I probably would have. I would have took a red slip today, man. Because y'all
that last touchdown saved your life, huh?
To be up that much and then to lose by, man, let me tell you.
What are you talking about? That's how I felt. And who I'm riding with. I'm riding with Magic Pat. But I told you guys, remember this, guys. I told y'all Detroit from the beginning of the season. I did say that. I said Detroit was going to look good. They looked good. They just coaching.
Yeah, you know what ended up beating them?
Fell apart.
Like Stacks said, like we said all year, their defense.
The defense. And Stacks is right. I got to give it to Stacks. I give it to Stacks too, because he was calling out their defense all year, saying their defense is suspect. Their defense is suspect. And yeah, that's what
I just knew if that coached like that, he coached in the regular season. I said it on this show. One thing I was right about. I wasn't right about Munsters last week, but that one thing I said. Oh, I was right about the Celtics too, by the way. We're going to get to them motherfuckers.
Yeah, we'll get to them motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, we're about to move on because we're doing a quick one tonight.
Coach like that in the playoffs on the road, especially on the road. You can't coach like Riverboat Ron Rivera, fam. Go for it. Yo, the first or second quarter, he was going to go for it. They made him kick a field goal. You remember he said last minute.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
He was going to go for it then.
And then he ran out and kicked the field goal. That's true. He sent them out to kick the field goal. You're right. You're right.
But let me touch on something. That's why you got quarterbacks that knows how to play in the playoffs, knows how to play in the regular season. I think Lamar, he's learning. He's gonna learn from this because those are the type of throws you just can't make. Those are the type of throws he has to identify. There's too many defenders around that receiver. Run, throw it out of bounds. It's a crucial time in the game, and that's what separates the good players from the great players. Mahomes wouldn't have made that play.
He's been in the league.
Mahomes make that throw, it would have hit the receiver in the tips and where only he could get it, and it would have went out of bounds because he knows there's too many defenders around that receiver. And that's what Lamar's gonna learn. You can't make those type of throws. You can't give those defenders that chance to intercept the ball like that.
Real quick, shout out to Jill.
Learn though.
How long? Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. His situation is getting a little tight.
So tell me something.
Zay Flowers was good, but I think he was.
How many times has Lamar been? How many times has Lamar been in the AFC Championship game?
How many times have they not been because of him?
There you go.
But that's my point.
Answer that question though. How many times have they not been the AFC champion because of him?
Exactly. But that's what he has to learn. That's what I'm telling you. That's what separates the good from the great.
Now, with that being said, we're talking about a 2-time MVP. So how many times so if you're a 2-time MVP, you should know not to throw that right there. That's what I'm saying.
But he hasn't. And I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm telling you, he hasn't been in those type of situations.
What?
He hasn't been.
Come on, Stoney.
No.
Come on, Stoney.
Every playoff that
he ain't skating. He ain't skating.
But look what I'm trying to tell you. Lamar's been he just lost in the playoffs. He's been spanked in the playoffs. He never been in a position where he could bring his team back from a deficit. He never been in that situation. He's been in situations where he just lost. Every playoff game that Lamar been in, they lost straight out. They was just losing. They got spanked by Tennessee. They got spanked. I don't know who the other team they got spanked by, but they got spanked. They never been in a situation in the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl where a possession could tie the game or even take the lead. He hasn't been in those positions. I'm not making excuses for him, but he has to learn from that. That's what I'm trying to say. He has to learn from that. That's what I'm telling you. What separates the greats from the good, talented quarterbacks. He's not great yet, but he has to understand the situation.
How long do we give him to learn from that? Because he's a 2-time MVP.
No, that's it. No, we're not giving him any learn. That's it. The clock is already running on him. It's already running.
That's what I mean.
It's already running.
I was saying the clock's already ticking on him.
I'm not giving him no more time.
Just like Josh Allen, the clock's ticking on him too.
So from here on out, it's like Super Bowl or bust right now for him because
both of them.
After they get that bag,
Joe Burrow too. None of these dudes skate. You don't go.
Listen, it's playoffs. It doesn't matter how you lose. Stacks, it's Super Bowl or bust. I feel that way.
All I'm saying is about Lamar. He wanted his bag. He got his bag. So hold on. He wanted his offensive line. He got that. He wanted his receivers. They went out this year and got him some. He had 3 good backs.
They didn't get good ones. They got Zay Flowers. That's about it. Because Odell Beckham looked washed.
Exactly.
He was washed. Bateman's washed.
But they had Zay. They had a group. They have a decent core of guys. The best he's had since he's been there.
Yeah, right. And that kid,
that's the best receiver core. Then I'm not taking anything away. I'm blaming Lamar too, T. But don't tell me that that's a good receiving core. One rookie in a banged up Andrews. You got Bateman, Aguilar, and fucking Beckham. Come on, man.
I think that receiver core is decent.
But
I disagree. I'm sorry.
He should have taken it more in his own hands.
In his own hands. That's what I'm telling you. Receiving shit.
The clock is ticking on him right now, and my point is you got to go through these experiences sometimes as a quarterback to be better, to be great, to take it to that next level. Mahomes lost to Brady.
You got
Mark, lost to Brady and he got better.
Other kid Likely. That's two damn good tight ends. I tell you that right now.
Yeah, that kid Likely is good.
Yeah, but Andrews just can't play in 7 weeks.
Yeah, he was
playing all year.
He ain't played in 7 weeks, fam.
Playing all year, and that hold on, that's Harbaugh's fault for starting that kid and benching Likely.
That's what I agree with
that. That's Harbaugh's fault, right?
No, Joe said, I agree with that. You shouldn't have benched. You should have started. I agree 100%. 100%.
Yep.
Bring Andrews in. Ain't played in 7 weeks. He looks slow out there. I'm sorry, fam.
Yep.
He looks slow. He didn't look 100%, obviously, which is not his fault. He came in. He tried. He tried to ball, and you can't bench Likely and you have him out there carrying you for the last 3-4 weeks.
But don't. How you think receivers want to come play with Lamar? Be honest.
No.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Why?
Because he can't get the ball out sharp.
I don't think he gets the ball out. I think he's indecisive.
His throwing motion, he needs to work on that. I think his throwing motion is kind of like suspect. He made a hell of a play though to throw that bomb as they fly.
I'm sorry, man. That was a hell of a play. I put my heart and soul into you. I put my money on you. You played me like a bitch, and I'm done.
So answer Terrell's question about Pat Mahomes. If Pat Mahomes get this ring this year, yes, Terrell, he will be ranked as one of the all times. That's
he will. Yeah, he will.
Especially on the
first back to back since the Patriots.
The first back to back in 20 years.
And it may happen because I don't know if I'm gonna take them. I don't know if I'm taking the 49ers over them. And you know what's crazy?
I gotta take
the 49ers. The 49ers are favorites by 1.5 right now.
You can't. I'm sorry, quote. Me personally, I can't bet against Mahomes again.
I'm not taking the 49ers.
I'm not.
I'm not gonna take them. But
learning y'all lesson, man.
Y'all learned y'all lesson. I told you guys. I told y'all 3-4 weeks ago. I told all
you
y'all.
Want to hear something though? But listen.
Yeah, but Beans.
Don't say no. No.
But what you putting on it, Beans? You putting crumbs on shit, man.
Don't what Beans?
Come on, man.
I gave you the gem. Just say I gave you the gem, bro.
Listen to this.
But you're not.
I gave it to you.
No, you're right. You're
not betting,
let me give you yours. I'll give you yours. Let me step back. You're right.
I gave that to y'all long time ago.
You're right.
He has been riding with that in the playoffs.
Come on, man. Don't play me like that.
You're right.
I thought this was. I thought
Beans is right.
Taking in the playoffs from Kansas City.
Beans is right.
You know what I mean? You guys put so many. Y'all put many teams in front of Pat Mahomes.
If I was a betting man, Stoney, I'd be right in the boat with you right now against him. I'd be right now. There's no way I'm with you, Stoney.
But I would have
bet against him both of those games.
Okay, but look, let me give you guys a small. But let me tell you something, right? And Beans is 100% right. I'm gonna give Beans the props. You're right. I can't say nothing about that. But I got let down by KC in many occasions, and it was just a matter of me feeling that they was a little vulnerable.
They was. I agree.
And I agree with
everything you're saying. You're right.
Because they lost some games where it was like, okay, but Beans is right. There's sometimes you just can't count them down. But we didn't count them down against Tampa Bay a couple of years ago, where Brady beat them, and I took a hit on that game. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it was
just one of those situations. But Beans was right on that, on the KC, Mahomes, Magic Mahomes. But the thing was, I was already fully invested in Buffalo. I was invested in him. I couldn't hop off that wagon because I was fully invested. But
Tony, I was with you, dog. I co-signed.
But he came through, and Beans was right on that. So
I just
shout out to Beans. You came through.
I just know it's not even that. I just think the kid's a superb talent. That's it. I told you guys that.
Yeah, he is. He is
the talent I'm looking at. The dude's a superb talent, man. Like how y'all, how we love Brady. Brady was a superb talent. That's Pat Mahomes, man.
Nah, I'm not gonna bet against him against the 49ers. I'll tell you that.
We say Pat. We say Pat fucking Andy Reid, dog. I'm telling you, that dude can coach.
Oh no, he could coach.
He could coach. I think he let his players be the players. I think that's why he let his players do them.
The best thing Andy Reid did,
his play calling.
That's what I agree. Mr. Beans, I hate to play his schemes.
His scheme and play calling is off the chain.
Look, shout out to their defense though. Shout out to their defense, man.
That's underrated. He didn't let up on those guys when they were dropping the balls. He stuck with them in the press, stuck with them in private. Unlike some other people we know who throw people under the bus.
Except Tony, though he did bench Tony.
nah, but Tony's having issues too, fam. Don't forget. So, you know, he was out. He was out.
He had to bench him, though.
He did. He had to. But he still stuck up for him, though. And then he didn't play today. He had a baby or something. That's why he was out today. He probably still wouldn't have played. But still, my point is he ain't going to throw you under the bus. Andy Reid went through his shit in the public. Andy Reid's not as a loyal dude. And Andy Reid, I respect him. I always did. I used to think he couldn't manage a clock. He's actually getting better at that. You know why? Because he delegates it out. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I think he learned from losing from Brady.
Shout out to Andy Reid. Shout out Mahomes.
Andy Reid coached a good game.
And Dan Campbell, man, listen, bro. Kick a field goal maybe just once or twice. You
kick the field goal once or twice, then you would have probably been.
You gotta kick the field goal. You got it. You have to do it. You just can't take that momentum away. You got to give your team that hope. You got to give that team that lift, that spirit. Yo, field goal gives a team a lift. Like, all right, you know what? We came out of this. Like, got to give your team a lift, man.
Like you said, Stoney, he might learn from it.
He might learn from it. We're gonna see. You may learn from it, but listen, Detroit, when you got to lead like that, man, you got to do everything in your toolkit to make sure that you don't. Yo, they fucked up, man.
Oh no, Detroit's tight. They leaving San Fran right now, throwing up on each side.
They had it. Yo, they had the great play calls, man. Let me tell you, even
what they was eating them.
Think about it. Think about the receivers that was dropping the balls. The plays were still there. Receivers dropping balls here, but that's all post field goal miss because you make that field goal, everybody's feeling good. Yo, it's such a difference maker. I see it all the time.
I'm with you on that one on Stoney.
That's second half.
Such a difference maker.
Stoney, you're right, man, because the field goal thing.
Detroit can't lose that.
If they would have made these field goals, these guys wouldn't have played so tight.
I'm telling you, dog.
They was tight, man. They was tight.
They spiraled out of control, dog.
Out of control. They
spiraled out of fucking control, dog.
I never seen a team rival.
They spiraled
17 points in the NFL. You don't lose those type of leagues.
Spiraling out of control with their offense.
After he didn't kick that field goal, after my man didn't catch that ball, after Jahmyr Gibbs fumbled, after the defense played like straight dog shit, they just fumbled they spiraled out of control. The faith, I'm telling you, that shit, when they didn't kick that field goal, I'm gonna tell you.
That field goal, I'm telling you,
like Bean said. I'm gonna tell you, like Bean said, that catch by IU cut their throat. I'm telling you right now. If he don't make that catch,
they had it.
I don't know.
If he didn't make that catch, they were still holding on to some kind of a momentum.
To lose a game like that.
Remember, that was fourth down. That was fourth down.
Yeah.
That was fourth down. He caught that.
And look, they lost. What they lose by? They lost by 3 motherfucking points. People got to look at that shit. They lost by 3 points.
3 points, and he didn't.
So that's gonna tell you
2 field goals.
2 field goals.
6 points.
So they would have that drive that they had would have been to win it,
bro. He gave up. Think about it. Our coach
to win it. That drive would have been to win it.
Bill's gone now, right? The coach is gone. Bill's gone. Do you think Bill would have gave up 6 points?
No. Hell no. You don't. That's not the situation to go for it. 4th and 2, you don't go for it on the road against a defense that could just.
We can all admit though, we've seen Tom get Bill out of a lot of shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Tom did bail him out a lot of shit.
True, but Bill could coach
Yeah,
them.
Bill
He could
coach, but
he could make those plays.
What about that time we went for it on fucking 4th and 2 at our own 30-yard line against?
He was being.
Yeah, that was a first down.
Hey, listen, I'll never forget that shit.
Kevin Falk catch, right?
Yeah, the Kevin Falk catch.
That was a first down, man. They played us.
First down.
They played us on that.
He shouldn't have went for it, but that was the first down.
He shouldn't have went for it, but they played us.
He was being cute then. He was being cute.
He couldn't afford to. They already had like 3 chips under their belt.
That's what it was. That's what that was.
I don't give a fuck. I want 10.
Come on, man. You got 3 chips. What the fuck you want, man? I got 3 chips. Shit, I'm gonna fucking do whatever the fuck I want, man. You know.
So
Detroit don't got shit. They haven't even been.
That's
to.
Sad, man.
So we gonna try to keep it. We're gonna keep it pushing, man, on this one because this is gonna be a quick one, guys. Once again, I'm gonna give the disclaimer. This is Parlay with us. We're doing a post-game NFL playoff show. Hey, the Lions fumbled the rock, man. Literally, they fumbled the rock
bag, man.
And fumbled the bag. KC did what they were supposed to do. Magic Pat, he conquered. He did his thing. Hit the thumbs up button, man. We always bring you guys this fire content. I told you guys when y'all listen to us and watch our podcast, sometimes you get some good information. I did say go with Pat Mahomes through the playoffs, and look, he's in the Super Bowl. So that was just my prediction, and my prediction was that the Lions was going to give San Fran a run for their money. The game ended up being 34-31. The Lions did choke away a 17-point game. That's on the Lions. That's on the coach. But no, for real. That's on the Lions.
No, I'm laughing.
That's 100%. The Lions. I've never seen that.
How you running these dudes the way you was running them? Like,
hey, man, there's no way you talk about that bullshit. Move on, dog.
Move on. No, we're moving on from that. I was just giving people a good rundown what we spoke about. Now we're gonna move on. Yeah, let's move on to we're talking to NBA talk. Now
money on the joint, so
I'm gonna give y'all a good.
You know what I mean? Stoney,
nah, man, but I could have won more, man.
Listen, Stone. They got their own agony in Detroit right now. Shout out to the 313. I feel bad for you.
I feel bad.
Man, you know their area code too. Shit,
313, man. 313.
I watched 8 now like 10 times.
10 times for real. Talking about.
And Eminem was at the game.
Right? The 313. But no,
you're right. Let's move on, man.
Let's move on, man. NBA talk. Let's do some NBA talk, man. And I know what you guys want to talk about. And once again, come on, guys. Why do the Celtics play down when it's good comp? Why they I didn't even watch
them at home.
Game.
We spanked the Clippers at home.
So what was that about? For them to come to Boston and do that?
You know
Come on, the Celtics, man.
Just like you talk about Mahomes and you were right. I've been telling you about what's going in Stacks too. The coaching, he needs to reel in his offense and figure out what they want. They need an identity. You know how they say identity in basketball? They need an identity on their offense, bro.
He has an identity.
When things ain't going their way.
He has one, but it ain't the right one.
It ain't the right one. Okay. But that being said, in my opinion, I said this to Stacks this morning. You know when they ain't hitting. You know when they ain't hitting, right? You know when his offense ain't working. He don't. I love what Eddie House said. Scalabrini said, "Oh, Clippers make adjustments." Yeah. So House said, "Yeah, when they make adjustments." He didn't say a good coach. He just said we need to make adjustments. We meaning Missoula. That's coming from Eddie House. He played in the NBA. I didn't. He was saying that on their network. He works for the Celtics. And he was basically saying that Missoula does not make adjustments when he gets punched in the mouth. And like Stack said, he doesn't run anything. He's running the AAU offense. He's running on talent alone. That's why they got 30-something wins, because you got the best, basically the best starting 5 in the league. So you're going to win most of these games when you roll the ball out. But when you get a bully, not a bully, but when you get another team coming back from when you bullied them on their home court, don't forget the Clippers weren't playing. They weren't playing that great when we beat them. They're on the run right now.
Nah, they had won 4 in a row when we beat them.
I know, but they weren't on that level. You know, they just been rising stacks. I mean, they were winning, but now they're like, what are they? 20 out of their last what? Or
best record in January.
That's what I'm trying to say. No, they were winning, but you know what I mean, stacks. You coach how it just builds. They're building. And right now they're at the pinnacle, man. On a back-to-back too. And then he's gonna sit there and tell you, well, we missed 64%, 64 2-pointers. Yeah, because y'all never shoot them. That's all I got to say about that, man. I'm disappointed in that coaching. I'm worried about. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now, maybe a month now. I'm worried about that team, man. I'm worried about Drew Holiday. He looks like he's 5 years older than he was last year.
No, I'm not worrying about them. I think this team, they just took a night off. You know, they spanked this very same team. If you look at the score, they spanked
without
the team by the same amount of points that they spanked us. Like,
but
you know, like what are you gonna do? Like, we spanked them.
They didn't have the best player on their team,
and we're missing Porzingis. Porzingis didn't play.
Yeah. So,
so I don't want to make excuses. No, I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying we wasn't full strength. You know, for whatever that's worth.
Do you think with that offense, Crook? Let me ask you this.
I'm not making excuses, but
forget how you feel.
They just took a night off. I think
now. Let me ask you this question: do you think? And if you say your answer, I'm good with whatever you answer. That's because it's your answer. You think the way they play on offense, the way they play, they could win a championship like that?
No.
Okay.
I think this was a case.
Thank you for being honest. That's all.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And I didn't even watch that game.
This is a case of.
I appreciate you for being honest, brother. I'm serious. I'm appreciating you being
you're
honest.
Right.
You're just not saying, yeah.
No. They have to. They got to understand, like, if your outside shots are not going down, if your threes are not going down, they have to have a game plan.
They got to get to the bucket.
They can't live and die by that. And that was this case. They threes wasn't going down.
Crook, if
Crook, they don't have any get bucket
plays. You have to post up. You got to go to the rim. Get those foul calls.
Get bucket plays. Clippers got get bucket plays. Oklahoma City, when you know what a get bucket play is, when all else is failing, you run a few sets to get you a bucket. They don't have that. Stacks in my bullshit.
They
don't have that. You need that.
I see him grabbing the clipboard all the time. I don't know what he's drawing up right now. I'm gonna tell you what he runs.
I'm saying your orders for the team dinner.
I can tell you what he runs. He runs 4 out. Everybody know. Anybody that coaches ever plays basketball, he runs a set called 4 out, where you have your 2 top players at the high wings, your 2 best players at the high wings, and the flare screen comes down from the bottom. Either that's the 4 or 5, and you keep the 3 in the dunker spot, and that's what he runs. It's simple, and you just call for a high ball screen because you know Tatum or Brown can get by anybody off a high ball screen. And he just hopes they create, and that's what he runs. It's simple. You can see that. That's what he runs. It's just a 4 out. There's no action when Tatum has the ball. Everybody stands and watches him. That's it. There's no action off the opposite side when Tatum has the ball. There's no action when JB has the side.
No movement.
The ball on the opposite side. He doesn't put Porzingis on the block enough for me. Porzingis should be touching the ball at that high free throw line more because he can create. He has mismatches. He can see over the top, and he should be running JT off the baseline and getting easy. Get JB warmed up with easy layups. Get JB warmed up with easy layups. I'm telling you, Holiday was on some other shit last night. I'm telling you right now, he was on some other shit.
I thought he bet against us.
Dog, he was at the proof point against Terrence Mann outplayed Drew Holiday. Period. Terrence Mann and Kawhi Leonard thugged us the fuck out.
They did.
Terrence Mann came in and outplayed Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday.
And D White.
I'm telling you that right now.
And D White, what's up with D White? Is he been
I don't know. D White ain't played good in 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
these players,
for them to get them easy buckets. And we
they go through they little spurts. They go through that. I mean, you know, I think
I understand
it's a marathon league. You know, you got 82 games. You know,
I think you're supposed to win every game. You know what it is, though?
I think Stoney's looking at it like
not that. Of course, you're gonna go through your stuff. The thing is, they're going through their stuff and not making adjustments, fam. This is when you start
to get
ramping up.
Yes,
it's not the losses though; it's the way they lose.
It's the way they lose. That's what I meant to say.
Right.
It's the way
they. That's the I agree. This loss against the Clippers, yeah, it was disturbing. It was.
I don't know who's 49er gang, but I hear you, 49er gang. You guys took care of business today, man.
Don't get too happy because you gotta go against Mahomes, man.
See, Magic Patty.
And with Detroit, you want to pick now because I picked. I don't want to get into it, but what Detroit did to 49ers, KC got to be licking their chops real quick.
Yo, I'm glad Stoney's seeing the light. For real.
Only reason
but I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose money.
Reason why I'm saying that.
That's what it comes down to with me.
I watched 49ers today too. And yes, they came back and they beat the brakes off of the Lions because the Lions fell asleep and they dropped the ball, right? But what the Lions offensively was doing to the 49ers, bro.
It's the same thing Green Bay did to them. And then Green Bay fell apart. It's the
same.
But you ain't gonna.
KC's gonna do the same, but I don't think they'll fall apart.
Pat ain't falling apart though.
No, Pat ain't falling.
That's a different team.
Oh, it's not y'all. It's the running backs that are killing them right now. Okay, Aaron Jones gouged them. Jahmyr Gibbs and this kid and the other kid gouged them. What did they Pacheco gonna do to him? All right, Pacheco's gonna gouge them, and then they're gonna go. Then they go. Andy Reid's gonna. You know, I want to see. Everybody talk about the game. I want to see this coaching matchup. Andy Reid and Shanahan. That's what I want to see. Both of them are good about calling plays and making adjustments. I want to see who is the better coach at making the right adjustment at the right time. Because that's what's going to come down to.
Andy Reid. Mahomes going to get his third and last Super Bowl championship.
I ain't going to say his last.
It'll be his last.
Because if they get Devontae Adams like they're trying to get, I don't think it's going to be
it'll be his last. It'll be his last. Trust me when I tell you. He's going to get his third and his last. He needs.
There you go. There you go talking shit about him again, though.
Yo, listen. Listen. First of all, you got Harbaugh. You got Harbaugh coming. Harbaugh, come on, man. That dude's. That's why he took the charges because he want KC. Harbaugh's coming. Like, yo, we're gonna pump the brakes on that shit.
Well, Harbaugh's coming because he wants to try to get a footing on the AFC.
He's gonna get
like his brother.
He's in the same. He's gonna be in the same division as his KC.
Brother. Yeah. But I'm saying he's gonna. He just want to get into the AFC.
He's not gonna play around though.
No, he ain't. He got the quarterback. He got the quarterback, and once he can build a defense, they're gonna be something to be reckoned with.
That's the thing.
They're gonna be reckoned with. That's what I'm saying. Mahomes need to enjoy this shit because this is the last one he's getting.
That's the defense. That's the question for me. Can they build a defense?
That's the thing. Will. That's why they brought him in, those Stacks.
Nah, but he ain't no defense.
He's not gonna do in the first year.
Oh, that's right. His brother's the switch. His brother's the defense. His brother's the defense. Right.
Yeah,
right,
he'll get them there.
Harbaugh's an offensive guy.
Harbaugh's an offensive guy. Right. He's going. Well, maybe he'll get this kid going. Herbert, maybe he'll really get Herbert going because Herbert took. Remember, we all said it. All four of us said Herbert took a step back this year.
Yeah, he took a step back.
He was hurt.
2 years. 2 years.
He was hurt. Herbert was hurt.
That coach is worse than Dan Campbell going for it, though. That coach is San Diego worse than Dan Campbell.
Sure is. That's why he's out of work.
Yeah, he was putting that kid in bad spots, man.
Putting him in bad spots.
Real bad spots.
Yeah, real bad spots. Man. So, man, I mean, yo, the NBA talk, man, the rest of the league, how's the rest of the league looking, guys? I mean, you know, we're down to OKC.
They're coming out the West.
They lost to Detroit today.
They lost to Detroit. Yep. They lost to Detroit today.
At least someone in Detroit won.
Yeah. They was probably watching the Super Bowl, not paying attention and shit.
You know, but yeah, man, listen, guys, man, this is I know Doe only has a few more minutes left. We're about to wrap this up. Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. For the culture, the Lions choked. That's for the culture. The Lions choked today. And Pat Mahomes did his thing like we said he would. So we're gonna get off this pretty soon.
That was a group effort.
No, it was a group effort. No, definitely. You're right. Stacks. That was a complete team effort on
Beans. But Beans, did you go to the window? Did you go to the window with Mahomes?
Nah, I didn't go. But I told you I was staying away from that game, though. I told you that.
Worry about him just because you
I ain't worried about that. He just trying to prove.
You got a fucking mortgage to pay.
Oh man,
that
just takes away.
It doesn't takes away from it because I'm not the gambler. You are. Listen, remember this. Let me hold on. Let me make the disclaimer on this show.
It takes away.
All right. Let me make the disclaimer on this show. We have a four-headed horseman on this show.
We all been to the window, though.
Once a coach.
I don't know about Stacks, but we all been in the window.
Right. We all been former ball players. We all former ball players. One's a coach. And you and Doe are the gamblers on the show. I'm not the gambler on this show. So, yes, I didn't go to the window on Pat Mahomes, but I wish I did because I proved myself right. I proved myself right.
Yo,
you know what I mean? I would have won money.
One dude I know, that same.
I proved myself right.
The same cat I told you that worked for me named Alan Haynes. He been riding with Kansas City the whole playoffs, and he called me again this morning, confident again. And I said, bro, Buffalo gave the game. I said, no way Lamar loses this game. And he got to be sitting pretty. His account got to be looking nice.
Yeah. He's probably building a fucking house and shit right now.
I'm telling you. I know I missed that one. I
thought Baltimore would win this game.
I thought Baltimore would have played better defense. That's why they want to go to the window on it, to tell you the truth. I thought Baltimore defense would have been something that even Mahomes couldn't handle. That's this dude know how to handle business. They was bringing pressure. He got the ball out. He was doing things to really antagonize that team, man. That's why they kind of won that game. Truthfully, in the beginning, he did enough to get them to creep away from them. That's all I could say. And then the defense took their part. So it was a good
Kelsey
game.
Is back too. That connection.
And Kelsey held him down. You know what I mean? But with that being said, man, guys, before we go, and we're about to leave here because I know Doe gotta go, and it's almost 11 o'clock or something like that, close to it. Yo. This has been a good season. We had a good first season for Parlay with Us, people. This is the first season of Parlay with Us on YouTube and Facebook and X and Instagram. We have 56 episodes. We'll be, let's say, ending season 1 at 57 episodes on the next 2 weeks, Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to do a pre-game Super Bowl show on that Super Bowl Sunday, which is the 11th of February.
Props, everything. Props.
Yes, props, everything. So this coming Thursday, I think it's Thursday and Sunday. This week we'll be off, right, guys? Is it this week?
We're off this week.
We'll be off this week. This week we'll be off Thursday and Sunday. We will be back Super Bowl Sunday. Thursday. The Thursday. You want to come through on the Thursday?
Come through Thursday, man.
Yeah,
Sunday's
so the following Thursday, the weekend before the Super Bowl weekend, Super Bowl Thursday, if you could call it that. We'll be back on that weekend, Super Bowl Thursday weekend, and we'll be having another fire content for you guys on Parlay with Us. So with that being said, we get to take a week off. We finally get our first week off, guys.
Yeah, and we gotta get our shit together
for the Super Bowl. And we will be actually hopefully putting together a nice climax for the episodes. I mean, for the first season. And we'll call it that until we return on March Madness. March Madness will be a new segment for us. We will be doing a March Madness segment, and Hustle will have a lot to do with that. So it was good. I enjoyed it. This was a good, quick, short show, and I'll see you guys in next week. Have a good week off, man.
Shout out to the 313. My prayers with y'all, man. That's a bad one right there.
Shout out to the 313, man. Prayers with you guys, man. Maybe next year. So yeah, hit the thumbs up, baby. It's Parlay with us. We'll see you guys again.
Next week. That shit's still bothering Stoney.
Yeah, it's bothering him. I knew it was gonna bother him. You know what I mean?
Hell
but yeah, man, we'll see you guys, yo. So I'm gonna hit that. I didn't even do the coming in, but I'm gonna hit the outro. Yo, it's Parlay with us. Like and subscribe. We out.
God to make moves, doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you, dog break through, son get through.